Alright guys, I'm going to show you guys how to put in the valve shaft in your power valve. This is a 07 YZ252 stroke. But remember, sorry my video got cut out, but these need to sit on the shaft as they are right now. Otherwise you'll be taking this thing apart and wasting time. You don't want to do that. Because right here is where you actually, on the bottom of these, is where you screw them in. So you'll actually need these facing you. So anyway, so you basically got your valve shaft, which is here. Yes, I see all the wear marks. I might be replacing this here pretty soon because this thing's getting, the gouges are kind of getting deep. But anyway, my nail's starting to catch on them. But anyway, this is how I put it together. It's the only way you're going to be able to put it together, I should say. I start that a little bit. I slide the spring in through. Remember, you cannot forget to put in these little spacers. This is kind of what holds the spring in from sliding back and forth. Oops, I should do this on this side, sorry. Take note of that. So be very careful, don't hurt these springs. They're really, really light springs. Next, you're gonna put the valve spring in. Now, as you see, this valve spring, sorry, this thing popped off. Again, this needs to be facing up towards you. The way I put it in is I push this back a little further so it's almost flush with that little holder. You have to kind of get it in and slide it up in there like that. Bang, like that. And then you can kind of guide it in, kind of spin the shaft a little bit, just like that. Again, your next washer is going to go before that screw, just like that. You have a next spring. It's going to go, kind of start it a little bit. There you go, like that. And then what I do is I pull this thing back a little bit. Be careful with that spring. You don't want to damage it, like I said. And then basically you're going to be having it this way. The easiest way is just remember this is going to be facing you. So I kind of get it in. I try to walk it in as much as I can just by spinning it softly so nothing gets messed up in there. There you go. And now you got to kind of lift it and get it into place, but make sure that these line up. That's why I kind of leave it like that. Sometimes you got to finagle it a little bit to get them up in there. It's not too bad. There we go. Oops. Get these in place if you can. There we go. Make sure everything's lined up. Sorry, my neighbors. Anyway, sometimes you gotta get a little screwdriver just to kind of push up on it a little bit. Just like a little flathead. But be careful when you're doing it because I wouldn't want to hurt that spring again. Like I said, that spring is kind of important. But here. It's kind of a little rough one right now, but it's because I didn't get these. I'm trying to avoid having to do this because I'm taking it actually back apart because I want to inspect a few more things, but I think this is gonna be it. Nope. Oops. There, finally. But anyway, as you can see right here, the holes will actually line up with that. This hole will actually line up as well. This hole will line up as well. And you'll start to see everything kind of play where it's supposed to. But as of right now, that's kind of where this is at right now. So here, let me see if I can do this. There we go. Yeah, just do one at a time. You'll get it all kind of flowing back together. But as you can see, this is the hole that goes right here. This is gonna have to be in the spot right there. It's gonna be under a little tension. So anyway, but you guys get the gist of it. Make sure you're using the right screws in the right areas. I recommend if you kind of rounded them or anything like that, make sure you're replacing them. I replace them pretty much every time I tear this thing apart because I don't want anything to start coming apart, lack of maintenance. So anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up.